So I've been trying to process what I just watched for the last hour, and I still can't really process it. I mean, I knew this movie would be dark and twisted and it would wreck my childhood, but I didn't really expect it to go that far, but it went there. It definitely went there. So, look, this movie is definitely going to shock you, but will it entertain you? Look, there were some moments I have to admit where it did drag, but you pretty much get what you expect to get from the movie, I'll say that. So, this will be a spoiler review, just letting you guys know. So, if you haven't heard already, apparently they're going to do a Bambi and a Peter Pan movie in this sort of style, which I have to admit would be really cool to see from Peter Pan. If any of you have seen that show Once Upon a Time, which is such an amazing show, you'll know that there was an evil, twisted version of Peter Pan on that show that I think the actor who played him, Robbie Kay, would do such an incredible job being a twisted Peter Pan in a movie, but we probably won't get that. But anyway, I think that's a really intriguing idea. But let's talk about Pooh. So, prepare to have your childhood wrecked. So, I will say that the sound design in this was pretty incredible. It felt like it was way better than this movie deserved it to be. But it also felt like it didn't really fit with this movie. For some reason, I kept thinking it would be great in like The Nun, some sort of period horror movie set in a giant castle or cathedral. It didn't really suit the tone of this movie. So it started off, it opens with this creepy cartoon montage explaining what had happened. We already know from the trailer. Basically, Christopher Robin went off to college to become a doctor, and he left his friends behind. They starved. And you start to feel sorry for them because it's sad, but still, they went way too far when they ate Eeyore. Yes, you heard me right, they ate Eeyore. Yes, your favourite childhood cartoon now contains cannibalism. There's the opening kill with Christopher Robin's wife, so she's only in the movie for like 5-10 minutes, which is a good thing because she is incredibly annoying. Basically, her whole character consists of asking Christopher, "What are we doing here? I'm scared, let's go." You know, it's like, you're in the woods, nothing has happened yet to make you feel afraid. Like, ugh. Anyway, she gets killed, so good. And Christopher Robin gets kidnapped and brutally tortured by Pooh. And you can tell that Pooh's conflicted. He has some flashbacks to when him and Christopher were kids. And you can tell he's not sure whether or not he should kill Christopher Robin. And it's interesting how they say at the beginning of the movie that all the animals shed their humanity, but we still see them wearing like clothes, human clothes, and driving a car. So it's like, really, I'm pretty sure driving a car is a fairly human thing to do. Anyway, so it's very gory. Honestly, I would even say on the level of like Hostel, Wrong Turn, that sort of gore, expect that. So if you're squeamish, I would not see this movie. It feels very nihilistic. It is a very dark movie, and it felt like they didn't really know what tone they were going for, because at times it felt like it was really obviously campy, and it's like, it almost felt like they were trying to be a serious movie and at the same time be campy, and it just felt like they should have really committed to doing just one. So obviously it was a low budget movie, so the costume was going to feel low budget, but I feel like if there's ever an area that you should invest money into, it's the Winnie the Pooh and Piglet's actual costumes, because the audience that I was with in the cinema were laughing throughout this movie. And I'm pretty sure the movie at times they were laughing was meant to be scary. Like, that's what I meant about the tone. You can't tell, like, was it trying to be campy? Am I just taking it the wrong way? But I'm pretty sure those moments were meant to be scary and they were just funny because of his costume. You just couldn't take it seriously. And obviously, like I said, it's a low budget movie, but still, I think, you know, low budget doesn't have to mean bad. Take Paranormal Activity, so many other movies that have made incredible films on a shoestring budget. It's really just up to talent, and whoever directed this, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think you need a little bit more experience. And also the acting, oh my gosh, the acting. I don't know if these people have ever acted before, but they were horrible. All around, the acting was horrible. Okay, the boy that played Christopher Robin, he was okay, but he was the only one. Like, I mean, laughably bad. And also, their characters just make really stupid decisions, and obviously it's a horror movie. Characters are going to make stupid decisions, but I mean, like, these girls get kidnapped by Pooh and Piglet, and they find another girl, and instead of trying to untie her and run away from the place where they're about to get brutally murdered, they decide to stop and have a chat while she's there in her chains, like telling them her life story. It's like, really? Just run. Anyway, these characters, you just feel no emotional investment in them because there's no build up to getting to really know them as characters. I mean, one girl has a backstory about how some man broke into her house and tried to undress her, but it felt a bit like gratuitous, like, well, there was no nudity in it, but it's sort of like, why tell me this when you're never going to reference it again in this movie? I mean, there's no final girl, there's a final boy. Christopher Robin is the final boy. Is that a thing, the final boy? Well, if not, I'm making it a thing. So he lives, Pooh lives, Piglet dies, the girls end up killing Piglet that they're trying to hunt. So everybody else dies except Christopher Robin, and yeah, that's the movie. Honestly, just save your money. This is one that you should wait till streaming to see. But, you know, if you've seen it, let me know down below what you think of it. I would give this a 5 out of 10. So please subscribe if you want to see more from me, or just give this video a like. It really helps out my channel. Thanks, guys.